Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Teresa Indiola, and I am the third reporter for Topic H. My topics are the power formula and the exponential and logarithmic formulas. So let's begin. So the power formula, consider the first relation, which is y is equal to a times x to the power of b. The logarithms of the members of the equation will yield to log of y is equal to b log of x plus log of a. So here, log of y is expressed as a linear function of log of x. This suggests that the plotting of the points log of x and log of y. If the points obtained lie approximately on a line, the power function is applicable to the set of data. The procedure then is to determine a and b for the best linear fit to the points log of x and log of y. The substitution of the values thus found in the equation y is equal to a times x to the power of b gives the best power fit to the data. So a test of applicability of a power function can be made quickly by the use of logarithmic coordinate paper. The logarithmic coordinate paper has its horizontal and vertical rulings placed at distances log of 2, log of 3, and log of 4, and so on from the origin. The original data plotted on this kind of paper are equivalent to plotting the logarithms on the usual coordinate paper. So, thank you, Google, because one website showed how to make your own logarithmic paper. So the website is https:// incompetech.com/graphpaper/logarithmic/. So in this particular website, the user has the freedom to set the scales, the X and the Y scales. And also, this webpage, every time you download the paper, it's free of charge. So teachers, please make use of the website so that you can use this to your students. All right, to the example. So the example says the relation between the pressure P and the volume V of a confined gas is given by P, or your pressure, is equal to A times the volume to the power of B. When the gas neither receives nor loses heat, determine A and B for the data contained in the table. So we have the following data. For the volume, we have cubic feet, 9.80, 6.72, 4.53, 4.16, 3.36, and 2.83. And then for our pressure, that's expressed in pound per square inch, we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18. So let me share you my secret on how I got the values easily. So you've noticed I am using here a Google spreadsheet. So how did I obtain these values? Let me share this with you guys. So first, I encoded the data, make sure it's in vertical arrangement. So I have here the volume and the pressure P. Next, we have to determine the log values for your volume. So instead of using your calculator and inputting the values, log 9.8 is equal to, log 0.6.67 is equal to. So here in your Microsoft, or you're not Microsoft, but if you have Microsoft Excel, you can use it. But right now, I am very comfortable using the Google Sheets, and it's free. So we have here, you have to make sure that the equal sign is already there. So it's like a command giving to that particular cell that you're going to get the value of the following data. So here, let me show you equal sign. And since this column here will tell us the value for log of V, so I have to type log and make sure it's on 10 because it's base 10, and click on the value that you want to get. So you have there 9.8, press enter, And you have there autofill, and then suggested autofill. Just click on the check mark, delete that one. We don't need that as of the moment. And then your log of P, again, equal sign, log of base 10, make sure it's base 10. Click on the column under P, and then press enter, click on enter, and then we have log of V squared. So this time, I'll just gonna put this right there, whatever the value is, multiply 4 raised to the power of 2, and then we have enter. There you go. And then you have log of V times log of P. So I have here equal sign, the values here, times the values here, press enter, and then my autofill. Now here, let me just arrange this one so that it will only display 4 decimal places. And you can, make arrangements. Now at the bottom part, I would like to know the total values of my P, my log of V. Just highlight everything. The power of technology. That's it. And now we have our values right away. And so in just 2-3 minutes, you're done with the values. All right. So let's go back to the PowerPoint presentation. So that's how I got the values for this problem. So after that, we have to graph. How to graph it? Easy. You just, again, highlight the values here. And then go to chart. And then go to here. I have to go to scatter plots, customize, chart style. No, I want to horizontal axis. And then, wait. I'm looking for the logarithm, the series, the legends. Because what I like about this, there you go, log scale. And you can just highlight or only show the one that you only needed. The log scale. Okay. Data labels. Stores data. So you can play with this, That's what I like about Google Sheets. So this is what I come up. Let me show you that one here. I got it prepared. So this is my graph. Okay. So here we go. So that's figure 8-3. And so I just presented here the values and just copied what we have in the Microsoft or Google Sheets. And then we can now solve for the value of B. So we have 6 times 3.5971 minus 4.071 or 719 times 5.7201 all over 6 times 2.9619 minus the square of 4.0719, and it will give us a value of negative 1.43. And then now we already have the value of b. Let's now get the value of a. So we have log of a is equal to 2.9620 times 5.7201 minus 4.0719 times 3.5961 all over 6 times 2.9619 minus the square of 4.0719. So making this substitution for a and b, we now have your p is equal to a times v to the power of v, or we can have 84.6 v to the power of negative 1.43. So any questions? If there's none, then we can proceed to the next topic or activity. So this is a curve. This is a figure 8-4 curve. And in the problem below, use y is equal to a, x, b, and determine the value of b for the best fit. So your values given for x are 2, 3, 5, and 7, and then the values for your y is 1 or r, 1, 4, 20, and 50. So you can write this down, and then you can message us for your answer. And please refer to the previous graph for this particular activity. The next topic is about the exponential and logarithmic formulas. So what is this about? We saw in the preceding section that the power form can be reduced to a linear form. Similarly, the exponential and logarithmic forms are reducible to linear forms. So by taking the common logarithms of both members of the equation, y is equal to a times 10 to the power bx, this will now becomes log of y is equal to bx plus log of a. So here, your log of is a linear function of x. Hence, the exponential formula is applicable to a set of data if the points x and log of y are in close proximity to a straight line. Where this is the case, the procedure is to determine a and b so that your bx plus log of a is the best linear fit to the set of points x and log of y. To determine if the exponential function is adequate to represent the given data, so semi-logarithmic paper may be used. So this paper has a usual scale along the x-axis and the scale along the positive y-axis. And this is what you call logarithmic. So again, this kind of paper can be found in the website I told you earlier, the incompetech.com graph paper logarithmic. So to illustrate about this one, we have an example. Before we go to the example, I have here the equation y is equal to a log of x plus b. So it expresses y as a linear function of log of x, and we consider the points log of x and y. If these are about in a straight line, then a and b should be found for a linear fit to the points, and the values thus obtained should be substituted in the logarithmic equation. Okay, the example. The number of bacteria N per unit volume in a culture after T hours is given by the table for several values of T. Show that your N is equal to 8 times 10 to the power BT and may represent the data and find the values of A and B. So the data given for T are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then the data for log of N, you have 70, 88, 111, 127, and 160. Solution. Again, I made use of the Google spreadsheet, encoded the data, get the values of log of n, t squared, and the product of t and log of n. Then I have the following values. So you have summation of t, that's 15. Summation of log of n is equal to 10.1428. Summation of t squared, that's 55. The summation of the product of t, log of n, is 31.358. So again, as what I've showed you, the process earlier in using the Google spreadsheet, you just enter the data, enter the formula, and then click and drag, and you got all the values ready. And also, in getting the graph, you just click on the chart or highlight first the values for your t and n, and click on chart, and right away you got this graph. So, and this is the curve, and that concludes my topic. But before I end this presentation, let me leave you with this saying coming from Joseph Louis Lagrange. As long as algebra and geometry have been separated, their progress has been slow and their usage is limited. But when these two sciences were reunited, they lent each other mutual strength and walked together with a rapid step towards perfection. May you all have a wonderful, blissful Sunday and have a great day. Thank you so much. This ends our report for topic H.